God started to break through and kind of pull me back in. So I definitely was a prodigal, because thankfully, of course, when I did come back to just wanting to be in church and whatever, like just being a Christian again, really, it was nothing but grace for me. That's a big part of my testimony is growing up, being in church, being in, going to youth group and going to church every Sunday and, all that type of stuff, and having parents in ministry. But at some point around high school, like ninth grade, 14 years old, 15 years old, like just started to like feel like it wasn't cool, feel like, whatever, like what my friends are doing in school, that's cool. Like I want to be doing that. I want to fit in with them. Um, and that phase or that season of my life lasted for a few years till I would say the duration of high school. I just kind of veered away from my faith and from my family, just did not have a close relationship with my family, did not want to be going to church, did not want to be involved with anything, and started getting involved with what my friends were doing, which was drugs and parties and stuff like that. And it wasn't until I reached around 18 years old that God started to break through and kind of pull me back in. So I definitely was a prodigal, because thankfully, of course, when I did come back to just wanting to be in church and whatever, like just being a Christian again, really, it was nothing but grace for me. There was no shame or judgment or anything, and that allowed me to become the person I am, was just having people still believe in me and have people just have grace for me.
And while you were going through that period in high school where you kind of, I don't know, kind of stepped away from faith, I guess,
Yeah, definitely.
how was your relationship with your parents who were still, deeply immersed in the faith?
It was very stressed and stretched, like the relationship. There's a lot of tension, and especially with my father, it definitely it definitely put a lot of weight and pressure on our relationship. And I had a lot of resentment. I just kind of, I think they obviously they loved me the whole time, and they were trying to just help me because they were seeing that I was struggling. I was depressed. I was um, just kind of losing my identity even,
Mhm.
and um, watching me go through it. Of course, they wanted to be there for me. They wanted to help. And but I just had a lot of resentment, and I was really like closed off to any sort of input or help or whatever. And of course, there's ups and downs and there's seasons. So there would be like points where I was like, okay, yeah, I want help, I want this, but then like, no, never mind, I don't. Like it's too much. It's so there's a lot of ups and downs and backs and forth, and um, but after going through all of that, my relationship with my parents became amazing to where now my dad is like my best friend.